This video is something I have been planning for a while, and since the matchup from Death Battle, I decided to make it a reality starting the week. If you are a Marvel fan, then subscribe, turn on post notification, share, like, and become a member or purchase a video, right? I also would like to thank my friends for helping with this video a lot. They go by the names Sorge and mostly Coach Master. In fact, most of this video is basically him, right? I needed help, and actually I'll be getting a lot more help now, so I can release content a lot more. So yeah, it's not a bad thing. It's pretty good, and he's pretty knowledgeable, so I'm comfortable with what he has to offer. And without further ado, let's begin. We will talk about a series of things and scaling to get to Wanda's power. Now, let's start off right. While Cthulhu was in his strongest form, Wanda absorbed his very essence along with the true Darkhold. Now, as for Cthulhu, Shumagorath is an archetypal class 3 demon, native to an extra-dimensional realm. He is one of the old ones who came to Earth untold millions of years ago, ruling it and feasting on mankind's ancestors. Shumagorath, who is one of the old ones, says that he was before all, and time itself. He fed on the screaming souls of universes, and he is the emptiness outside all understanding, and the old ones fight on the same level as the abstract beings, which is already boundless. They are threats to all of creation, possessing the power to remake the fundamental laws of all possible universes, being able to rewrite and remake the language by which reality is composed. Smaller entities of the old ones are capable of killing the abstract of the universe, such as Aegis, an entity described as being equivalent to Galactus. The abstract of the 616 were not being able to fight the Galactus engine of the old ones, and it is said that even more powerful entities were about to enter battle on the old ones side. This is very interesting because the likes of fully fed Galactus and Lifebringer are both boundless in terms of power, as they can't go beyond eternity, but also Galactus' existence is directly linked to the cosmic egg, which transcends all maths and languages in the insane cosmology. Strange's fight with one of the old ones was taking place above Limbo, a realm that transcends all dimensions of space and time. Belasco points out that if he doesn't stop Strange's fight with Shumagorath, all the realms of hell would be destroyed. This is very impressive considering you have people like Mephisto and Hellstrom, who rules all hells except that of the one below all. All of these characters scale to boundless, and Schumann's plane of existence is a realm of non-existence, and this is scaling above the hell that Hela controls, which is on the same tier as that of the Vanir gods, people like Odin and the physical form of Odin and stuff like that, which is boundless and can go beyond the Yggdrasil to the void, right? I mean, these realms are largely inaccessible mystical realms. They transcend all forms of dimensionality, conceptuality, and all outer-versal and higher-to-versal hierarchies. Like I said, all these characters scale to boundless, and Shuma's plane of existence is a realm of non-existence. Now, knowing this about Shumagorath and lesser forms of the old ones, remember they are class 3. Now, Cthulhu is the archetypal class 1 demon, one of the elder gods manifested before creation and given ethereal form billions of years ago from the demiurge. The sentient life force of Earth's biosphere, shaping the early development of Earth. Cthulhu is reported as one of the old ones, and he was the strongest of all the old ones. In the past, there was a war between many gods. They fought and died. The greatest of these gods, the old ones, was Cthulhu. They thought he was destroyed, but he was only in a slumber. The book made by Cthulhu, the Darkhold, has different names. Some call it Shiatra, the Book of Damned. Others call it the Book of Sins, and Cthulhu uses Pietro as a vessel, claims that he could destroy reality in the blink of an eye. He can rewrite reality in his name. That's some present shit from DC Comics, but way advanced. The Old Ones were primordial beasts before the act of creation. They embodied nothingness, the absence of meaning, and thus evil. And thus, with time, they become one simple spiritual entity, the source of all persecution, toxic pride, and true depravity. The Old Ones are a race from the outer dark, or realm beyond reality itself, and in the current times the Old Ones kill death and are said to be primordial entities that live in the space between universes. The nether region between the reality of the elder gods and the reality itself is a realm where the rules of physics and the Euclidean geometry no longer apply. That is insane. Cthulhu's realm is in a place beyond place and in a time beyond time, and Cthulhu is the underbelly of creation. He is also the shadow behind the feet of God, and these concepts fail to encompass his essence. Cthulhu claims that he is older than all the myth of the celestials. Oh my. And the pantheon of the elder gods ruled the cosmos before creation itself. The other, an aspect/vessel for Cthulhu, fought against Krya. This fight was threatening all of creation, all of existence, all life. Thoughts, consciousness attacks then spanned all of creation, and waged war simultaneously against Krya, Thor, Galactus, and the others. Now, knowing all these, let's talk about chaos magic. Chaos magic is the magic which allows Wanda to break the laws of physics, scientific absolutes. However, and for those who want to know, the absolute infinity in Marvel is like eternity, which is already boundless. Now, however, this power stems from the mystical energies of Earth, Wonder Womanhood, Gaia. The life force is implied to be Wanda's own power by Wanda herself. Chaos magic stemming from womankind, or Earth or Gaia, as mystical energies, as well as the fact that chaos mystical energy equivalents exist simultaneously along with the goddess of witches, which would be the source of witchhood and their powers. This is important to understand, as with witches having a pantheon of their own and Gaia appearing as the goddess which one worships, they are intrinsic. Now, the primordial universe is the shell of the multiverse before the Big Bang. The universe was formless and just chaos. The beauty of that formless and intentless void. The universe, when it was young, was chaotic. From this chaotic universe came cosmic consonance, and from it came order, and from order came the intention of the cosmos. These gods existed to serve the abstracts, and some of these gods had the function of observing events. Others orchestrate chaos to prevent entropy, limit divergences and aberrations, handle the dark matter that holds the universe together. The primordial world was empty and formless, described as being composed of the Amatsu Mikaboshi, Izanagi, and Izanami, and aspects of Gaia began to fill the world and create existence, ending the reign of Amatsu Mikaboshi. Albeit there is a conflict about who came first, Gaia or the demiurge. Both are the same entity, two different sides of the same entity, like yin, Gaia, and yang, demiurge. Such an entity existed in the primordial nothingness, a hint that demiurge is a manifestation of Adam. The pantheon of the elder gods ruled the cosmos before creation itself. Madame Hydra explained how she felt the demiurge, the manifestation of the life force, shape the universe and all the darkness Mikaboshi in it. This just goes to prove how life force or Gaia, the elder gods, the true elder gods in general, are far above Chaos King, which is quite obvious. You do not even need all these. All you just simply need to do is read a single part of Chaos War to detect that. The men of lineage The men of lineage are known to carry the demiurge life force, whether they are still in training to ascend to godhood or beings who already hold existence as the demiurge, god of the omniverse. The life force is the power of creation itself, the power to make and unmake reality. Even the power of the Beyonder was nothing compared to that of the life force. Victor used the life force as a bridge to make his mind one with the one above all. However, Victor had not yet atoned for his sins. Upon no more mutants, natural laws were rewritten, all of reality altered, hope was born, yin and yang. The Phoenix Force power, the life force, is the power that or balance between life and death, rebirth, burning away what's unnecessary to bring about rebirth, which begins to make sense when you consider a few things. Phoenix has the power of creation. From her comes the end that is itself a new beginning. Her fire is that one that consumes, yet from its ashes brings forth new life, and the phoenix only burns so that life may grow anew. Now the table of correspondence linked to Cthulhu, and he being assigned as the creator of the Avatar Phoenix Force, so they are related. Additionally, Wanda's power stems from the life force itself, which is the main thing alluded to during Avengers vs. X-Men when Hope was born. The Phoenix was no more, hence the avatar of the Phoenix birthing and subsequently dispersing, bringing more mutants back instead of Wanda's no more mutants that was originally described. You see, controlling Wanda's power is the same as controlling the fabric of existence. Causality. Wanda is a Nixos being, a conduit for the Earth's Gaia mystical energies, the power to manipulate all of reality, all the omniverse after it had possessed Wanda. This is important for a few reasons. Being a Nixos being, Wanda has the natural power to stand against the great forces of the universe and has the potential to rock the cosmos itself. Additionally, Wanda is again stated to be a Nixos being, a node for the mystical energies of our reality. The universe reshapes itself to her will, has the potential to threaten timelines and future realities as a result, which is important for a few reasons. The true nature of time is not a single straight line. Instead, it is aligned with a multitude of branches which extend from the central trunk at certain critical junctures. This is impressive because time is like an infinite ocean stretching in all directions, with past, present, and future simply arbitrary coordinates, and probabilities cresting and breaking like waves. Time flows like a river. All possible dimensions come into existence through the first dimension, the dimension of time, and thus that bedrock of creation, the everlasting beats in which things could happen, in which everything could become, matter could grow, and stars could vanish. In succession of these starting points, reality proliferates into infinite wonders. Time was the first dimension that arose. Without it, no other dimension would have arisen. Prime Earth provides the possibility in which the multiverse can happen, is the beginning of the multiversal reality, and thus is beginning and ending of everything. The Prime Earth is the point from where all reality springs, in which every moment of time is an echo, one of an infinite amount of this true dimension. The Prime Earth is the template on which all the moments of timelines are based. If the Prime Earth falls, all of its variations vanish as well. The multiverse is an endless array of futures and past. Realities disappear constantly, one, a dozen, 1,000. Time is indeed infinite. There are no beginnings and not even endings. As a matter of fact, on quantum level, past, present, future exist simultaneously in an energetic pattern, infinitely layered. However, there is a plane that timeless are only a section of that landscape, fitting for what exists beyond reality and has control upon every point of time and its variations. A timeline is only a section of a temporal space. time stream is realm beyond reality, which flows through, around, and above all of time. Time is a constant that grows infinitely from the microscopic level to the level of the omniverse, having its size relative to each moment, and each moment is a fully formed universe that extends like a variation of the prime earth and is given size in the multiverse or the omniverse. The dream time is the collective unconsciousness of all sentient beings in the existence itself, and by existence we mean the totality of all things, the sum of everything with a capital S. That is manifested by the entity called eternity. The collective unconsciousness has several layers, the first one being everything seen in the above sections. This place is a realm from which the whole concept of time can be seen only as images, and it is from the human consciousness that the cosmos expands through all concepts called biocentrism. The nature of everything in the dream time cannot be measured by any level of mathematics in matter of higher dimensions. From the multiverse of infinite levels is understandable to Amadeus Cho, but the collective unconscious itself is something he cannot measure. Therefore, everything is at least transcendence. Amadeus can observe all the infinite levels of the multiverse through his hypermind. In the upper hand, Amadeus Cho can't understand the dream time through maths. Biocentrism is the conceptualization that consciousness transcends the body because internal and external are fundamental distinctions of language and practicality alone. Reality is shaped through beings or consciousness as the bedrock component of existence, meaning that reality will grow with the never-ending creation of new and cleverer quantum theory experiments as they expand into the macrocosm. Henceforth, reality would be just an embodiment of our own consciousness, and thus everything of the external world is just a projection of something within us. As we tie together things, we are observing a canvas of our conception. By this reasoning, our soul dictates that the sensible world while completely transcending it, whereas we are only a physical projection of our essence. Consciousness is shaping the universe. Minds are expanding the universe itself and building physics and mathematics. When soul dies, they unite with the universe like diamonds sparkling in the landscape of the space-time, and soul exists in a higher dimensional frequency. To affect the souls of the dead, one must interfere with a higher dimensional frequency. The universe herself is a consciousness that tries to understand herself. The universe will grow if we continue to evolve, and we only stop when we finally understand ourselves. The universe contains no concepts by its very nature. Even if it contains truth, it still needs knowledge because itself is consciousness. But from the consciousness of those who live in it, it acquires such concepts and is formed. Consciousness is the blueprint by which all worlds and time were born. To control one's own consciousness is to control everything. Is to become everything. Reality exists through consciousness. It is always changing, being shaped by our thoughts. The weaver is a technology that creates realities coming from our consciousness. These realities created by consciousness are no less real than the primary realities from which they originate. Mind and soul are equal. Within your soul consciousness, you find the realm of pure thought, which is boundless and formless, and which takes shape according to us. There is no difference in the truthfulness of the worlds of the unconscious or the concrete reality. There are those who claim that all the universe is no more than a holographic projection. Each soul harbors an entire universe of devils and angels. Those universes have the darkest layers, and there are an infinite number of demons. Some layers make all the transition to the limits of the planes endowed by space and time until they reach the layers that transcend space and time. The astral plane works this way because there are layers that make the transition from the mortal world to the world of existence beyond all material existence. The guide a being from the higher causal realms, guiding Chauvin to the inner space. The inner space is the lower realm of the astral plane and is the twilight world of the unconscious, an idioplastic reality where the denied thoughts and feelings of humanity takes gruesome shape. It's a metaphysical realm of the cosmos that connects all the minds on Earth and is part of Earth's collective unconscious. On the astral plane, the life energies and consciousnesses of other beings are discernible to psionic or magical users. High-powered psychics and sorcerers astral project their astral forms into the realm, allowing them to manipulate the astral plane, making them able to manipulate reality beyond the material. The astral plane is abstract realm that connects every mind in Earth. It is a part of the collective unconsciousness of Earth. Astral plane is a realm of pure thought, the imprint left on the universe by the human subconscious. The ideas and dreams of humans are connected in every abstract way. Call it psychosphere, call it idea space, call it the mass mind. At the level of the astral plane, physics don't matter. This plane is beyond geography and beneath thought. The fight here is just a line between the real to the fiction, from the solid to the spirit. The level of the demigods, they're also worlds without shape. As farther away from the mortal plane, this wondrous world in which any being that has ever ascended to can create realities and see all the infinite multitude as just pieces on a chessboard, where emotions, mathematics, and raw energy are just raw materials for the narrative of battles, stories, sagas, sounds, ages, and massacres. Henceforth, the only boundaries of a being are just their own imagination. Anything is possible, and endeavor is the power that thereby nourishes thy own consciousness. Once Proteus tried an experiment with the minds in the mortal plane, and he created a huge area for the guardian and mass of destruction in the planets. Though this real objective was to surpass the hellscape of the Shadow King with several minds of the humans to reality warp that realm. The astral plane is a higher frequency of reality, not limited by time, space, or form, a place where anything is possible, and the only boundaries are those of imagination. It is as much a reality as fantasy, the source of wondrous dreams and most hideous nightmares, and beings can create realities here. Everything can be weaponized, even stories, mathematics, or emotions, and all those elements are just pieces on a chessboard. Proteus was trying to shape the Shadow King's hellscape, and thus created his guardian in Earth to absorb minds of humans. The realm is layered at the highest point of the mortal plane, being the realm of the mind and spirit, between being and non-being, and there is myriad of levels, different powers in the plane. Power and skills and characters mesh and interact in a whole myriad of levels. A realm where the psychic essence is stripped down, ears and mind laid bare, and deep sphere and hopes are exposed, exists on the edge of reality in the far shores of the oblivion, a metaphysical dimension layered on top of the mortal plane, a huge storage room with everything that could ever be or ever was or ever is, all being just toys. Mindscape is not found within the universe. It is a world that touches every unconscious mind in the universe. There are only dream and memory entwined in this realm. It is an endless realm. Beings of the mindscape are made of imagination, and the infinite possibilities of time and space are not stranger to them. Only the emptiness of the vast mindscape exists beyond the limits of time and space. A realm of infinite possibilities, not a variation of time but of dreams and thoughts. Beings of this realm are infinite. The reality stone is a higher mindscape, and see the mindscape just as comets. A dream inside that plane. Realities of space do not exist here, only within the infinity stone of space. The dream space is the highest realm of reality, existing beyond all space and time, and which sees the whole structure of infinite dimensions of the universes only as thoughts and dream inside it. The conceptual beings use the zone of the superflow to use their full power without damaging the physical space. In this level of reality, combat is just metaphor, a clash of ideas. When a concept receives damage, here their narrow system, boundaries, and categories lose their meaning. To have a better understanding of this, then watch me on my Sleepwalker video. Though the mindscape and all this stuff are just inside the multiverse, by the way. The dream space exists outside of space and time. The dreaming itself and the dream space is different from the mindscape. Dream alone in Marvel is like connected with the entire of the collective unconscious, and the highest point of dream you can find is connected to the true nexus of all realities, which is the dream in itself, which is linked to the divine creator. But that's the discussion for another day. You can check my Man-Thing video, you can check my nexus of all realities. It's been a while I've done videos where I actually talk about things in the cosmology. I used to do that before until I made the cosmology video, and I was like, nah, it's because I needed my videos to be shorter. So like, if you want to understand the cosmology and some other stuff, it's either I do them in explaining some videos of certain characters, or you watch my cosmology video where everything is linked and intertwined. You understand? The dream space is called the psychic buffer zone, where dreams live. The dream space of the superflow is where abstracts can utilize their full power without damaging normal space, right? So the highest level of reality, the level of aspects where metaphor and reality meet, where the concepts make war. This is called the highest level of a certain tier in Marvel, because you know, if you understand dimensional tiering for like each plane of existence, it can be described as the highest plane of a certain necessity within the multiverse, right? The different forms of dreams and necessities, but all of them are under the dreaming. People need to understand this. I think I need to start explaining all these things again for like the new viewers, so they can really understand what it's about. Or you just wait for my second Marvel official cosmology video, which may likely be longer than the other nearly 2 hours one. But I need to explain all these things in great details. Is the highest level of the dream space is dictated by the Jungian archetypal concept. All abstract gods are living concepts that represent something and have great importance for existence. Carl Jung theorized that dreams are both information from the waking world as well as inherent primordial images from past generation symbols and archetypes. His conception accepted that mankind accessed a single plane called symbol space. This plane would connect the entire collective unconscious. The mental vapors tickle across the dimensions from every timeline into the realms located in the collective unconscious, such as Nightmare Realm. The realm of nightmare is one of the realms of the collective unconscious. His realm is described as a larger universe. This universe is complex and has its own hierarchy and rules. This universe is not governed by space, time. Of course, it's beyond eternity, the true form eternity, not eternity of eternity. Same thing as Mephisto. Mephisto even transcends all these. People like dwelling in darkness, nightmare, and yada yada. Reality itself is dictated by the collective unconscious. Anything can be done by the sheer power of imagination, be it becoming the creator of all stories, defeating all entities that exist. The only boundaries in the existence are what a particular individual can dream. The collective unconscious contains a power over reality greater than any other. When Nightmare was granted control of the collective unconscious, he was able to overpower every cosmic being. According to Nightmare, dreams by their nature defy reality. Dreams are boundless worlds where anything is possible. Using the collective unconscious, he was able to easily surpass the living tribunal, eternity, death. I mean, his realms are already beyond this, unless you're talking about like the multiversal, high alter versions of these abstract concepts and order, and would drain all realms, be they physical or metaphysical, not just one universe but an infinite number of realms. And from that moment, every dream and every dreamer of the world, I still need to do a Nightmare video, and tune in for that, belonged to the Nightmare. He had the power to dominate dream, to create a boundless universe. He was using the power of dreams to reshape everything in the Nightmare, in the dream time. The reality is seen only as a book, and the same karmic rogue has also achieved the totality of creation through evolving into the Shadow King, the Shadow of the collective unconscious. For this reason, she had access to the dream time, and with this, she obtained the totality of creation, the totality of space and all of time and space, which is like what I said earlier. The collective unconscious on this whole is like the picked up with the dream time. Yeah, affect the dream time, you literally one shot a good amount of, like, let me say 70% of Marvel comics. No joke, bro. Is that powerful. And you cannot be farther. Like, the dream time is so high into boundless, bruh. Before you get there, oh shit, through the dream time, Shadow King could access the whole concept of time and space. And when we say time and space, it varies. I explain all these things in my eternity video, my cosmology video. The eternity we see as true form eternity, which is paramount to the Neville Queen, is farther compared to what eternity truly embodies in the House of Ideas, and spread all his will throughout creation. Reality is seen as a book inside the dream time, which is true. It really is just a fucking book. Well, let's continue. Yo, I have to say, Coach Master really did well. Yo, this is literally Coach Master's scaling. He's as good as me, but he's still my son though. Don't take this personal, bro. But yeah, dude is pretty impressive, man. I am literally using his scaling for this video because I could not find any of my wonder scans for some damn reason. And well, I just actually took his scaling, man, and he's really doing a great job. Like, this is something I would write myself. King is the first shadow of the cosmos. When the first dream came in the night, he was born as the first nightmare. He doesn't have a dimensional body and needs hosts. Bro, well, so you have seen how incredible Wanda is, because she scales above all of this. And same thing as Cthulhu. Very soon I'll be doing an Elder Gods video, talking about all the Elder Gods in great detail. Probably that video might be an hour long, but the Elder Gods in Marvel are so incredibly powerful, because they're all beings like even Odin are Elder Gods. Odin is stronger, even not as strong as all these Elder Gods. Like, because Odin is stronger than the Demiurge and Gaia. And people are not ready for that conversation. Current Thor is stronger than all these, but people are not also ready for that conversation, man. The thing is, the true Elder Gods like Gaia, Set, and stuff like that, Khonshu is actually an Elder God, and he's the strongest of all these gods. But people, I'm doing a video on Khonshu soon. I'll just reference a little of all these here, but when I really do a video on Elder Gods, you guys will really see why I would say Khonshus are powerful. I'm just not trying to make all my videos extremely long like these. Well, next up is Zatanna, so tune in for that. See you next time.